10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to the Crazy Creatives. I'm BeaDragonia. This week we're going to start a new series about how to write as a pantser, as well as a few readings from our new flash fiction anthology books. DA's feeling a little bit under the weather this week, so she won't be joining me, but she will be back soon, and we all send her our best wishes for her speedy recovery. Like I said, we're going to start a new series of episodes that outline uh, your story or book from the first spark of an idea through the finished. This episode of it is what being a true pantser really looks like. Most writers outline. I absolutely do not. In fact, if I ever tried to outline, I think my brain would pack its bags and take a long walk. I find that pretty much the best explanation I can give for my type of writing is this. I read it as it shows up on the screen. Kind of like watching a video where the typing shows up on the screen in front of me. My fingers are flying, but half my brain is just reading what's showing up while the other writing part is hard at work. So today I'd like to start the beginning of the journey to finding out what a true pantser really looks like, the good, the chaotic, and the unexpectedly magical. Pantsing, or discovery writing, or writing into the dark, or gardening, whatever word you want to choose, depending on where you live in the world, it's pretty much writing without a plan, is where you write a book without a roadmap. No outlines, no beat sheets, sometimes not even character names until they show up. Instead of planning everything before writing, pantsers discover the story as they write it. Think of it as wandering through a forest with a flashlight where the beam only reaches 5 feet ahead. But those 5 feet, are they enough? Are there always enough? I promise you. I write this way because if I know how the whole story before I start, honestly, I'm going to pretty much lose interest in it, and why bother to write it down if I already know it? So to me, that's a conundrum and not something I'd like to do. The joy for me is in discovery, finding out what my characters are going to do when I throw them into an impossible situation. Like when I was writing Where Have All the Dragons Gone? A New Start, which I just released Thanksgiving, I think it was. No, Halloween. I didn't know the opening chapter until I wrote it. I had an idea, and the rest just happened. That's pantsing. So if you're a pantser, you already know that feeling. It's like your fingers are uncovering a story that already exists. So here's an expert from the first page of Where Have All the Dragons Gone? A New Start, which is the second book in the series because the first one, Where Have All the Dragons Gone? The Beginning of the End, was the prequel. Moon stood at the podium, shuffling the papers for her commencement speech. Pushing her dark curls aside impatiently, her blue eyes scanned the audience. Butterflies in her stomach making her queasy, she whispered to herself, "You got this, you can do this, just picture them all in their undies. Don't look them in the eye, just at the tops of their heads. Where are Mom and Granny? They should be here now." Yet their seats sat empty. And that's how that book starts. So, I didn't know how that was going to start because that's not the way it started when I wrote the first part of it. I wrote it the first time in the first rough draft. Instead, it opened with a scene in a house and how it looked. And it's like, God, this is boring. I can't take this. That was me writing, not my characters writing. So once I switched and got out of my own way and let my characters write, it turned out much better. So here's the truth about pantsers. You don't need permission to start writing. You follow a spark, not a blueprint. Doesn't matter what you write down as long as you write something down. Your characters show up fully formed or not at all. Sometimes they walk in like, "Hey, I'm important now." Sometimes they hide, show up at the end of the book, whatever. Your plot grows like a vine, not in a straight line. It twists, it wanders, yet it always finds a way to take you down its path. You write scenes you don't understand yet that you have to turn around and figure out what it meant later in the book. And you know what? Future you actually knows why those scenes matter. You discover the story at the same moment the reader does, and that's where the magic lies. If you're a pantser or curious about becoming one, stick around because this channel is hopefully just exactly what you're looking for. Being a pantser isn't messy or irresponsible. It's intuitive, it's artistic, it's freeform, it's creative freedom, and it leads to moments that even you can't predict. In August, switching channels here a little bit, in August, I came up with an idea to write short stories as prompts to get us in the mood to write on our novels for DA and I and a couple other people. So it was based on a single word, between 300 and 500 words. By the end of August and into September, three of us had submitted short stories, which are called flash fictions when they're that small. Um, we had all three submitted so many stories that I decided I would take those stories off my Facebook page, put them together, and create an anthology to sell. So other people could read them and see how, in some cases, two or even sometimes all three of us would take one single word and find an entire different story or world to share about that one word. So began the flash fiction anthology books that you can find over on Amazon. I'll put the link below in the description. We now have three of those out. The first one, and it's just Flash Fiction Anthology Volume 1. And then we did one for fall and one for the holiday. Currently, I am working, and others also are working on the Winter 2026 edition. It will come out about February 1st. The deadline for entries is January 28th. If you want to be in it, be published, get your name on the cover, show all your friends and family, then look for the Facebook link down below, join the group, choose a word, and post your 300 to 500 word story into the Facebook page. I'll take it, I'll put it into the next anthology for the Winter 2026 edition. It covers January and February things. I went with themed things like with the fall and the holiday from now on. So this will be our fourth anthology book that we put out. So we invite you to come and join us. Take a look down below, sign in, pick a word, post it, get your name in print, get your story out there. Even if you don't have your novel written yet, if you're still struggling, join us. We all chat about it. If you enjoyed this peek into the Panther's life, remember, hit the like button. Tells YouTube that you want more of the content. Subscribe if you want to learn how to write without outlining, how to come up with ideas and ignite the flame, or how to let your characters lead the way. We'll see you in the next episode where we talk about trusting discovery writing.